The Oath was particularly interesting because it portrayed the bad guy's view on the situation. Personally, I think the view from the other side of the issue is an important one, even though it is tricky to bring up. I remember some of the characters discussing whether or not it was right to be killing innocent Americans. The response was that Americans were killing their innocent people with no problem. I appreciate that the filmmaker brought up this point of view because it's one that will receive a lot of criticism. However, Americans need to understand what's going on with the country they're at war with and what they think about it. The story was about a highly controversial issue, the war on terror. It is an issue that brings up many unpleasant emotions out of people, and I liked the fact that they had scenes in there for comic relief. Like the scene where he's explaining the camera to a passenger who's about to get into his taxi. The audience of the film can clearly see that the camera is not off, but he tells the passenger that it is and that it's useless and it's dead. And he just keeps repeating it until the passenger gets in. That was really funny, and it was necessary comic relief. I'm glad that they did that. The main character, Abu Jandal, was not really a trustworthy one. It's hard to tell what his view on the situation was. You can't tell if he was for the 9/11 attacks or what he really feels about the war. I know he's not pro-American, but I don't know that he's against Americans. It was confusing. In the Q&A session, the director mentioned that she had no one translating for her because she didn't want to put anyone else in danger. She she used her intuition to decide where the heart of the scene was. I thought she did a really good job with that, and that's really interesting that she did that, and she could put a movie together without first knowing what they were actually saying. I, even though the character wasn't really trustworthy, I think that the film is a good one and definitely one that every American should see.